If you try as a regional minister to meddle with chieftaincy matters in your region, you are going to create problem for yourself. So what I will do is that I will urge the houses of chiefs to pursue matters before them and bring solutions to them. When a chief has been declared by the House of Chiefs as the chief for a particular area, I am going to give him all my support.
A few moments later.
Regional Minister,
If you try as a regional minister to meddle with chieftaincy matters in your region, you are going to create problem for yourself. So what I will do is that I will urge the houses of chiefs to pursue matters before them and bring solutions to them. When a chief has been declared by the House of Chiefs as the chief for a particular area, I am going to give him all my support.
A few moments later.
Regional Minister,
Yo, I was here. Yama Sampa papa. And then you may Bono IGP Yatanase, ewa Bono champion, the Ria Qua, Yefi Hay. Na Samle, Emma William Free, said you might ye, and Facebook on so, and at the same time, so no, I don't be offended. And YouTube so I yede Ebremo. Na then come on, ye bedi before close to 1 hour there. A bit in the ama abono 4 on the Ghana for Bajoni Yadjuma. Na ye bedwin semi agu hosei na ya chire mu ne ekoso nenkoma ye bedi aye fua ne ye kan se ahensem adonyesem ama bonoman amfa ne ntwapa mfira na na ye bewuram abomu asuko na ye de nkrata documentations ababedi yenkomo no na yahu se amanfo binom ane na media no so tumfu tulogu amanfo ani ye bunaniwa de bia meka che say enkoshi se bunoman ebeyeye ye jakasada na ye wase ye ba besua de na ya ma yani nso ada ho te sebe aboa owo na ma uyire mfiri se ye yetima mufuo de niema bia ebepie wo emonten so a entwa ye no ena ye tasre se besepa oni konini ahane na yabedi kodu ababe digeste ama amansan so aiden atie bi ne ben so sebe ba kire ba dwene se na otie anya abu apaye se bia ye wo ha se ye ba begu obi animase na mom se na be ya niam nyina be pepepe na ni yem ntia die be ntini na memne da anyumne Bono IGP mabatoa my humble listeners and followers see ni nyina aye ba kope na tia ne say ye mranche wa burumanim anchere ye mu binim na ye be hodu various position e wo Bono afi ni ye koye mpanimfie so ene adeade ye youth na ade enkoye a hwan na obeka aye ye mrante ya pepepe na ye beka ahensem adonyesem ese youth ye bra wo Bono na me mfa wada meka ne sede ense ne nyina no aye den etie atama asiehye maburu na ewu agbenifo sika na ehye mani beye akunafo wa burumanim ne nkura so eye sebe njanka ni nyina ye ne a ahensem adonyesem ne sayensem wo ye apia burumanim ni nyina afiri nipa bakofo one sade nyina aba na me no edu ba bia ya na buru IGP aya me ya kopem se ye krom Ghana most especially akamfo na ye ka twi wo Ghana no ye wo values bi e wo ho ye wo tradition bi e wo ho ye wo culture bi wo Ghana akura ntimi nkyere na dwen ankyere panyina niti afudwene eye values wa ese yesesa ye niemam adi yenya asaya brabo ne aha yenye sa culture values wa ewa Ghana akura ntimi challenge members in authority say the party aya bone say onya bone we ya akura nko ade you don't have any right to challenge those who occupy highly position in Ghana. Na se wutu kwane a ubamu se sa suban na beretete ye ewo Ghana no ade ehwemo ye ye Ghana ho no ye samasa o nana me pa chaw o da sebra o mi wura sa pepepe na cultural values a bedi dua ye mu eno no eno na ama na obi edi bone wo buru mani ma ye ntimi nka no na ye de ye mabunu ye youth bunu ne ye de ya ye ntra ho ma obi mfare selfish interest in the name of mepe man hina di na man hina opadi no onfa kwan papa so eni ade abechi ne atama ahye causing fear and panic insecurity and many more saade no ye be yi afiri bunufo embabunu ye konum na no na bunu mabunu dia to bunu IGP anim say social media has now become a game changer aye baabi a yesua de ye enti yemfa mefa fidi batani so na yemfa nto obi bia hotene baabi a in the name of ahenye ahensam me pese me akese me pampam fe kakraka ne abekoso kon ade ato bunu manim ne ajare hokọ oti baabi ne one ne re ne ma edidi me di Berekum ane Sampa ebe case study India me di Berekum ane Sampa ebe case study adiama me programming aye de yati hell yati crime yati manim yati Ghana hai ana Sampa man ebeto ho Sampa man beto ho no ohene ne na o control Sampa ayesuma man hene Doctor odene ho afram brempon onu na broni fita ba Ghana broni a obebo aman hene wo Ghana broni na obeketi parliamences ama ya wo Ghana se broni ama nkaye ni yenima de bia ye fe ne parliamences wo Ghana broni a obekreti suma hinkro parliamency ana odi suma ana odi Sampa ebe she suma hinkro ase ana otria ne se suma hinkro boundaries broni ni obe create parliamencies ema Ghana for ma ye benya parliament chief obe create suma hinkro boundaries na odi Sampa ebe she suma ase adawunu ma o don't be offended na yedi nkomoyi sanko hini bi betima bo Sampa man hina enka ayesuma man hine onu na o control Sampa since time immemorial aba pemene suma man hine ne o control Sampa adawunu ma na de hefa na yekoda ya ade achen ya ma na esun nkura ne ayenjankai Sampa fo ni bedwane firi Sampa yi yaso sa dan no amida bene ni nyina ye bakofo bi ni selfish interest ya open ti na buru IGP ha YouTube for mo like my mo share Facebook mo like mo share 1 hour there India me be ma mo hane mfonyini we ya ada so wo hwei Justice Ankama ana akoto a ochia na ya sa modua no obi ahwe bi Justice Ankama ne abunkotodwa ochia Sampa man hene okoji aman na ya se modua ene Sampa India me ba be domo suko no obi bia bete ne ho ase at the end of the program Justice Ankama Sama Jafra sa wo hwe wo screen so a wo se abu akoto a ochia okoji aman na ya se modua si na broy me ba che o na when we say ohene so kwoto chia bi se Sampa man ne say oyahena ye fa we nto ho na fe memra hai obi bia nhwe sa documents we a Bono IGP me de ebeto so amamu obi bia nhwe bi na obi bia nkan be documents we efiri nyama kire mu nsanum a kire mu nsaniye before say ma kire mu nsam we mu ye no Ghana anase mani bia nyama ne etimidi kon aba manim sa wo check ya aya nyama nan Africa na ye wo no ade na etimidi kon aba manim sa wo check ya ma menyi we free so ansa na fe men kwani say kra nwie me ba chewo my humble followers and my humble listeners I don't be offended ade na etimidi kon disturbances and chaotic situation eba country bim ana member boboso e di akere wo no ba ko a edi kan pa treasure hunting say gold gas and oil diamond manganese lithium aluminium and many more treasure hunting na say Ghana sanka ya nyire ya ho a nka Africa for the con ebesane ye all in the name of oil and gas enti adia ba ko a edi ntokwa ba money ba ko treasure hunting say gold diamond oil and gas manganese aluminium lithium silver copper iron and many more sadia ni de kon aba manim ena ho adia ba ko edi kon so ba manim politics amanyosem tin de kon aba manim eno ena ho adia ba ko a etimi de kon ba manim pa biam extremism ideology adia ba ko a etimi de kon aba manim biam extremism ideology Christosom abosonsom nkramosom extremism e de kon ba na adia ba ko a de kon ba manim biam pa ahensem sa nyama na wo ya Bono IGP mabobosu yi ne obetinde kon as Ghana ye di nkomoyi national security for export to say or your red zone chieftaincy issues Ghana yate hono treasure hunting entimi mfa kunsi Ghana da enya adwuma amanyosem politics entimi mfa kunsi Ghana da enya adwuma extremism ideology extremism ideology a Christophone nkramofone abosonsonfo African traditional religion saade so entimi mfa kon ensi Ghana da na dia ye di nkomoyi mpanimfo amakene se oye red spot or oye danger the possibility say ode kon besi Ghana hensem ne saade no ba ko fo pe bi nipa ba ko fo pe ne te Ghana okwaso sa problem nyina ba ko fo pe ne te Ghana okwaso problem me pa chaw don't be offended my catch you say niema ade kon si manim possibilities nine mumi and sent me for kun si Ghana amanyosem politics enti fa kon Ghana da am people ni NDC eniafo radio discussion keke dede hunu keke eno enti fa kun si Ghana da ena ho treasure hunting say gold diamond manganese aluminium copper silver oil and gas etindi kun si manim ye yanso ye krom Ghana saade ni benti fa kun si hoda afe ye frɛ ade bi extremism ideologies a Christophone nkramofo abosonsonfo eno so de kun si manim ba saade enti fa kun si Ghana da ade na ye di nkomoyi ade kun be si Ghana ahensem adom yesem na ahense no ba kofo bi ni te Ghana okwa so saade ni nyina yadi nkomoyi sani pari di bi abatu Berekum is sitting on a timing bomb. No one knows when the bomb is going to explode. Obi bianim ahinsama akwaso Ghana no oye bakofo nipa bakofo bi ni okwaso sanye mani nyina sani paro adi problem abatu Berekum and Berekum is sitting on a timing bomb. Like I said, no one knows when the bomb is going to explode. Sabako for no on ye. Yadi komo Berekum fear pre. Sani pana de ahinsani bi abato. Sunyani odomase odibi ato. Tachimai tuobodom odibi ato. Sani pana de ahinsam krona bi akwato Sampa. Ayedi komo yi atamese. Ni nyina ye subjugation or pay 2 million no adene asisie ye hurihura yani enche nipa subjugation, cheating, oppression, infiltration, caliber, imposition, imperialism, and one aside the pan open. And it is what you hook was Nasia. Mfasodia wubenya aye subjugation. What do you hook Nasia? Mfasodia wubenya aye cheating and oppression. Mfasodia wubenya aye oppression and caliber. Ukwa Johnny Asante Confederation. Mfasodia wubenya aye imposition and imperialism. Ye hwehwe yani enche nipa. Yan popo yani enche nipa. Yadi nkomoi. Me she medwumadi asebunu IGP adanwono ma me catch you say. Obi a obetima abo Sampa manhene eye sumahin kru. Doctor odene ho afram brempon. Efise kwasi brodi. Ebeto Ghana boundaries no. Or the Sampa kwahye sumase. Or the Sampa ekwahye sumahin kru fuase. Nane yemisa say eba ne sani kumase manhene na no otumfo tewa otimbesi hene wa Sampa ema maye kunafo enkra njanka adadifo omusika se na no otumfo timi kwa sofia and panic and insecurity ewa Bono Sampa ni Ghana yete ho ni yentimi kan no krankyere no na ye din oguso oye wiase bone onyini bone nyini tesane yedua bode wo fam ni bode ni onyini se wugya ni pare odi bone ba ko a na osane fa plan bone opese odi ni second time no enti wiase mpare fo je se bone nyini ko nanim ahinsama ewa burumanima ye buatuo ye di kafio ebeto burumanim ni nyina afri kumase manhene na no otumfo na letter amende ebeto so yi mamenu mieru nyina ye ready letter ni mom. First letter amende Abrahamunie the register House of Chief Ashanti Region. The register House of Chief Ashanti Region. Salete way a letter. Mra jase sankama sama jafra. Yadi asane kwa court. Ewo sunyan. Na sama jafra no amu kwa yi asane free court to say. Odakoma kumase manyin otumfo amana siesie. Asem no. Ana otumfo ti committee. Committee na otumfo ti ye no odi kuma woman hene ni ye chairman. Kuma woman hene di asane tia sama jafra. Say odi akwenda wa Sampa enyeye. Kuma woman hene odi asane tia Sampa jafra. Say Sampa jafra di akwenda wa Sampa onyeye. Ana Sampa jafra okwa hu kwa to say osna be yi asane afiri manhia asande asano ababo no eno na nne nyema yehu no eni ne obi andu dibi kwajo asoma kirebe esquara ba kwa kwantwe agye esquara ba kwabena asare atuya esquara ba na yakwape the registrar House of Chief Ashanti Region. Nana Abu Mahama versus the Omahine of Sampa. Nana Kofisono the second. Nana Abu Mahama versus Kwadwo Suromani. and others. Where you request here, Sampa Jafra, or Chilekoye, say Yenya said in Freemanshia, and family Bono. Notice of withdrawal from negotiated settlement. Me pacho, my mini mirina yen ready mum. Why every Sampa Jafra ho? Let them ye or Chile, Mina, asani wa Bono court on your Bono regional house. Ni Sampa Jafra, Justice and come on, no mu ye said no. Or the core baby, office say, ye dia said na. Jebe fevano diamano. Or the commensia. Ena na no 240 committee. Committee na or 240 yeno. Obia ni oye committee chairman ni oye kuma woman hine. Ye read kwase. Obia ebetibi. We act as solicitors for the petitioners in the above mentioned cases, which were pending before the Bono Regional House of Chief. First paragraph. And now, second paragraph. It will be recalled the matter was referred to Otumfuo to the second, who set up a committee to attempt a negotiated settlement out of court. Regrettably, the negotiated settlement has remained uncompleted up to now. Second paragraph. Third paragraph. As provided under section 113(b) of the ADR Act, Article 798 of 2010, that parties may withdraw from the settlement proceedings at any time. Our clients hereby gives notice of their withdrawal from the settlement forthwith. And now, next one. Our client expresses their gratitude to Otumfuo to the second and the honorable committee members for attempt to settle the matter. Last one. We have filed a notice of intention to proceed with the petition at the Bono Regional House of Chief for the matter to proceed there. Thank you. Wait, this is Jafra asking to take the case out of Manshia after Kumawuma Hini said he is not royal when he sat on the case before Kumase Mahine. Me pacha obian read heavy my. Me pacha wo obian read a high MIA. Let away a Jafra. Akoye appeal say yenyi case in free Manshia. And family Bono if you say Manshia for antiman says asano. But be a Jafra koyi asani free court. Hey, me pacha any. Let Terena Edasono. Obian read be any. Committee na no 240 ye no kuma woman hene e na ordinary chairman na kuma woman hene di asane tie Jafra e wo kuma se kuma woman hene e di asano e tie Jafra e wo kuma se eno ne this is Jafra asking to take the court out of Manshia after kuma woman hene said he is not a lawyer when he sat on the case before kuma woman hene afa sir. Yeah, the evidence we say. Aba abontene awie dia. Mama mini enfrisona yanko fofroso. Adawonoma, don't be offended. Oni bunu agi penahia no. Ye de dwumadie we ya na ye nim ye. If say ye abonofo. Ye vocal e ma bonoman and fairness. Na tiale say Sampa Jafra odi hene wo Sampa enye ye. Me the evidence be kire the krontie odi hene wo Sampa onye ye no. Bako Sampa Jafra di aseno ekoda ne Bono Regional House. Na Bono and High Court to be was sunyan na ye di asem no. Na Sampa Jafra ono amu okwalo for an arbitration. After arbitration no ye case no once asem court wa you can call for an arbitration. Say ye case in free court and family fie na mpanimfo emesiesie. Sampanifo siesi aseni wefie ni bantiman siesi aseno ama both parties bia kuma anto ni yema yesane de asani kwa court wo ba bia ne aseno eda no later on meba so enti Jafra e call for arbitration ama ye de asani call Manshia se yenkodi asem no asani call Manshia no na no Otumfuo set up a committee say ye ni aseno na committee na no Otumfuo o sete ye no obi ani oye chairman of the committee na oye nana kuma woman hene na kuma woman hene onso te ni committee be hwehwe asem no nyina wie no ni kuma woman hene hu say Jafra kuma woman hene hu say Jafra Justice Ankama odia kwandwa Sampa onyeye efise onya de hye kuma woman hene kansa asem no wie pepepe ana Jafra yes ade a yenyi asanfa yenyi aseno nsanfa nkwa no na ukọ court system ya wadie bu ho ya fre ni ADR ya wadie bi ya fre ni ADR aya ni fumi ni nya alternative dispute resolution eni ni se woni samia mu na mebo mitim eka me pa chawo eni ni se paragraph na me de atoso no ma mimiem na hweniye as provided under section 113(b) of the ADL Act, Article 798 of the 2010, that parties may withdraw from the settlement proceedings at any time. Our client hereby gives notice of their withdrawal from the settlement forthwith. And the ADR na ewa hano. ADR no ni fu meaning ye alternative dispute resolution. Me pa chaw as a train na ni say would the asem court na se omokwasre asem no eyi asani kofie se mpanimfo ntina asani so na mpanimfo di asani se abotoyamu amma between the both parties here ya sani the asani court biem eno na ye fe ni ADR alternative dispute resolution eno na bro IGP matcho mu ha no ena ho enti wei ahai eye letter ne Jafra otwere ye se okwasre se yenya se ni free manchia ensa ne famra bono mira na na otumfo oti committee e wa asane so na committee chairman eye kumawu manhene baabi a mede red no baabi a mede ade red apenti wo no committee na na otumfo te ye no kumawu manhene ena na oye chairman of the committee na kumawu manhene tena asane so no asemo ka ne se Justice Ankama odi akonda wa Sampa onyeye efise onya de hye eno ane this is Jafra asking to take the court, asking to take the case out of Manshia after Kuma woman he said he is not a lawyer when he sat on the case before Kumase manhene nana otumfo se tutu otoso mienu enti asane de ye bu asane wo Manshia hokra wiye ye buan ho wiye ena ho enti weda di pefe say Jafra the hini wa Sampa onyeye and very soon Jafra is going to be charged for playing a vital role say amanfo ma emu e wa Sampa Jafra playing a vital role for selling of bread in Sampa. Jafra will be charged for that. Jafra will be charged for that. And now ye abonofo ye di burumemu enkomo afa sade wo ya mede atoso no eye Jafra ono amu ni CD funds wa o prepare ye Jafra CD funds we eda di prefer say odi ade e wo Sampa enye CD funds no ye fe ni Chieftaincy declaration form ni full meaning no Chieftaincy declaration form where ye Sampa Jafra ono amu ni CD funds obi anhwe bi Chieftaincy declaration instrument form enena eda ho no name of traditional area Jafra say Sampa traditional area nyame na metwe ye Jafra no amu ni CD funds wa o prepare enena mabiema to say obi bian yenkan woni yenkan say Jafra de hini wa Sampa ni say oye ya Ghana for na abunfo nyina wonhwa bi na fe Kumase man no tumfo a ata Jafra tia ye kunipa buatuo di kafio ebeto krom no na fe ya hunipa ne oji bone wa Ghana ase yempe no kore wa Ghana ho why Jafra CD form enini ye bisa ne say name of traditional area at the Sampa traditional area, name of traditional council at the Sampa traditional council. Name of regional house of chief at the Bono regional house of chief. Yankin Kwasoro. Report under section 62/1 Chieftaincy Act 2008 at 759. Miwia me the act number to so. Na me no nyina ya read it at 759 no. Nsema eka no enya de ketewa. To the register Bono regional house of chief. Report to the present National House of Chief Kumase. Sample the first CD form ni. Onwamu na o prepare. Question 1. Onwamu ninsem otwe yo. Sa Bono regional house. E misa no onka. Ni okwaduru Bono house wo no. Monhwe onwamu ninsem. Name of the stew. Stew or name of chief. Ada Samba Jafra the second. Okay. Question Otosum private name of the chief Emmanuel Ankama. Question Otosum Yensa. Title of office of the chief at the Omahine Yanko. Question Otosum 9. Status of the chief at the Parliament chief. No problem. Question Otosum name of division. Jafra say Parliamentary. Question Otosum Sia. Town or village of chief. Jafra say Sampa. And now. Question 7. Date of installment. 30th November 2023. Yebisane say. That benene yedini see. Ohene say oye omahene of Sampa. Ade Jafra say yedini see. Sampa mahene. 30th November 2023. Question 7. And now. Question 8. Is the stew a new creation? Yebisane say. Sampa konjano. Oye akonja dada anase oye akonja muna afena bebo mwaya Jafra di ba yeni I don't know. Is the stew a new creation or then Jafra say no na eche say Sampa akonja no enye akonja mono kan tete akonja dada kura yanko. Question 9. Question 9. Is the current chief in possession of the black stew? Yebisa Sama Jafra say, "Owo akonja tuntum." Answer odiba yeni. I don't know. Mini akonja tuntum. No, Mr. If not, please explain. Diabentia wuni akonja tuntum. Nansa ne odiba yeni. The black stool is in the custody of Sampa Jasehine, who without lawful authority has refused to surrender to the newly installed Parliament chief of Sampa Jafra the second, contrary to custom. Nimwaya odema Bono regional house of chief for ni. Ni question time ono mu ni prepare ye bisa ne say owo akonja tuntum are da bi. No bisa say die bentia wuni bi ene chechire me. Are the black stool is in the custody of Sampa Jasehine, who without lawful authority has refused to surrender to the newly installed Parliament chief of Sampa Jafra the second, contrary to custom. Not just say Sampa Jafra say Sampa akonja tuntum no. Sampa Jasehine adebua paye afa say onfa man ne onfa man chena eno question time ena ho na say ope omahine dia Jasehine timije Jasehine timije black stew every wisdom and the dia wonfa Jasehine no enko court na court unje black stew no emma say wuji di say we are native of Sampa, we are royal of Sampa. Would the hine was Sampa? Ni Sampa Jasehine aji brags to say on famawa. Jase Sankama, dear Nisi will quine, na dear na a prevent to say, won't for Sampa Jasehine in court, na court on the brags to Nimau. And now, question 11. Yebisani say, Chieftaincy registration number of predecessor. Jafra answer the buyer, are non-applicable. Or hidden owu was Sampa. Jafra de on any odi nadia no. Nana kofisono. Yebisani say, ni chieftaincy registration number. I will find for Jafra de non-applicable chese ebikra ni ho. Se oya hene ampa. Na uwa fanie ewuwa wobedi nadia. Ni chieftaincy registration number. Yebisa wa ose non-applicable. Ena ho. Mpa choso obietie. Question 12. Is the stew patrilinear or matrilinear? Some of the phrase say I am matrilinear. Yebisani say Sampa konjano eye mema konja anasa oye ma konja Sampa Jafra say Sampa konja ye ma konja enti question 12 no is the stool patrilinear or matrilinear answer odiba ye ni ada Sampa konja eye matrilinear chese oye ba akonja ena ho. Question 13 is the stool rotatory answer odiba ye ada dabi ye bisane say Sampa akonja oye rotation abusuan we di ofriwa no ko abusuan we ofriwa no ko abusuan we ada dabi Sampa akonja no enye rotation Sampa akonja no enye rotational basis Samwa we ana Sampa Jafra sabe ode baye. Question 14 number of house or gate Sampa Jafra say aya 3 ye bisane say Sampa akonja no gate dodo sign ne wo ho ade oya miensa. Question 14 name of house or gate of applicant ye bisane say Sampa akonja na wo kire say gate miensa ni bedi hene wo ho no sa gate miensa no mu beniem ne wo udi hene answer ode ba ye nie Yeli Kosa Royal Gate. Yeli Kosa Royal Gate. Anna Yebisani say name of the next house to occupy the stool. Yebisani say which say Sampa gate me and Sani wa bedi hine was Sampa. Ni gate no woman yana Woody hene ada Yeli Kosa Royal Gate. No bisane say gate me ansa no. Mu ben ye ne aduru ne so say o de hene wa Sampa oyeye. Answer ode ba ye ne obi anhwe bi ada non applicable. Question 15 me pa cha obi anhwe bi. Ada non applicable. Enti saje we da di pepe say Sampa Jafra o de hene wa Sampa onyeye. Ba ko a o de hene wa Sampa onyeye ne say ye bisan say Sampa konja ye mema konja anasa oye ma konja ade oye ma akonja ma konja bia so no oba bia tin wo bese miensa anasa 9 enti oba ne ba wei edi ni ba wei ni ba wei ma konja bia ye rotation oba akonja bia ewo akaman mu eye rotation this year ba kontena akonja ne so sa na te because oba na akonjare ya ne dia no owo ma enti ni ba wei edi na ni ba wei sa na te enti sa nyama wei a madana din na che say Sampa Jafra odi hini wa Sampa onyeye ma menyi onu mfiri so na fe memra article 759 so eni nie we ye article 759 me pa cha obi anhwe bi mai Chieftaincy Act 759. Moma yenyina yenkambom. Yenyina yenkambom. Na fe yen read article 759. Yenyina yenkambom na yen read article 759. Enena eda ho no. O kire say the proper chieftaincy hierarchy in Ghana flows from the traditional council, regional house of chief, and national house of chief. Miwia na fe ya be chechire mo hai. Na ne ontene ho ase ne atene ho ase. Afe baabi a medi bru no aseke ho no so no e da di pefe sai. Oh munhu ye. Amntwem na so no. Na fe aha obi bia enhwe ne ye. Baabi a medi bru no aseke no so no the PFA say the CD forms which declare a chief for registration in the National Register of Chiefs must be vetted and endorsed by the Regional House of Chiefs before they reach the National House of Chiefs. And in Article 759 no, Ninsama Okano no. Afi mamenyi mfiri so na yemebu boom asinasini se uko article 759 ninsema okanyina ne say Any proper chieftaincy hierarchy in Ghana flows from traditional council, regional house of chief, and national house of chief. Nani nyane say, ahinie papa bia ewa Ghana, ahinie bia edimu, ahinie bia eye ahinie papa, aya ewa Ghana no, share from traditional council. Na traditional council no, aya de ba de a, mayamfa Sampa de no enye case study ewa ha. According to Chieftaincy Act 759, any proper chieftaincy hierarchy in Ghana flows from traditional council, regional house of chief, and lastly, national house of chief. Na HSA, ahinie papa bia ewa Ghana, oye ahinie papa no. Epa chow adawonoma, don't be offended. Sa ahinie ni shasiye from traditional council. Nti mayemfa Sampa de nye example and as a case study. Jafra se odi hine wa Sampa. Enti ordini CD forms ekwa Bono regional house se yenjini ntu na yemfa ne ko national. Enam se yasuma aboaje se onkotua ka ne aboaje so odi ka foforo aba fie nti. Sabe adangonoma. Empanifo hu nyansa na empanifo tete committee bebre. Ewa regional house biam. The same committee na bi nso no owo national house. Na se uko regional house wa yemfa Bono de anya example. Bono regional house no your committee bia ye fe be research committee. Research committee. Ye obu ho a ye fe ne standing committee or appeal committee. And ye wo general committee of the house. And inti sama Jafra de ni CD forms. Ni CD forms. Or the call Bono regional house no. Ye committee a ye fe be research committee ma be call Sampa. Na be call Sampa. Ba bia be call aye Sampa traditional council. Be ko hu oba hema owa Sampa. Abusuya panini, jase hene, benkum hene, nifa hene, akwam hene. I mean, the kingmakers here, be what traditional council ho. Na the kingmakers here, be what traditional council ho. Na fe ba ko bisa say owura bi de ne nkrata abaha se yanjini ntum se oya manhene wa Sampa ne sa owura no muni ni ha na fe ba kire se oh India mine e de ne nkrata aba Bono regional house se odi hene wa Sampa oyeye na India mine hwa na echusu no mu se oh oba hema na echusu India man na oba hema echusu India man wie no odi ne koma kingmakers ema kingmakers so eye India man mu enhwehwemu se India man any criminal record India man kwato mona biada India man tu kwane ko adochie no ankoye ne hu fi ye wo qualities bia ye hunu wo ohene ho afe ye wo deformities wo bedi hene wo akanmamu a sabi se wo ye hwinto wo hwene boba akondwa bia ni wa akanfo ye do batena so afe obi a onanti benkum obi a otwere benkum obi a odi benkum chia obi a ade bia oye no odi benkum na ayeden eye me pacho sa nipa no me pacho sa nipa no yema wuni hene wo sam yema wuni hene wo akanmamu se deformities ewo ho deformities ewo ho what did them deformation wo huna dua baabi adi dem sabe wo ye nkoto sabe wo sane ye obi a wo ye kwata wo ye mum wo ye anifrayeni wo ye visual and hearing impairment wani we say ne hu ade wasoso nti asem papa visual and hearing impairment sankrofo no ye fa be ni hene ani ntiri se oba hema o choose say wo ye hene we krobi so a atrenkondra ye fa be kingmakers bebe ye hwehwemu nyina na nipa ne okwaje sa report no committee bi a owo regional house of chief wa ye fa be research committee na be the report no abra standing committee na be so ba atena so be wi a ni be the koma the committee of the general house because research aye na dwuma wie standing committee aye na dwuma wie aka the committee of the General House, President and the Vice President. Somebody best stamp ABC so. And on article 759 or done a D or second paragraph on any Ipacho Obiankai. The CD forms which declare a chief for registration in the National Register of Chiefs must be vetted and endorsed by the Regional House of Chiefs before they reach the National House of Chiefs. And indeed, we say no yemisa, yamu say. Justice Ankama, Kwan Ben Sunni CD forms fire or national. Aya sensebe. Mpacho. Question ya mi bisanie. Justice Ankama. Sama Jafra. Kwan Ben Sunni CD forms fire or national. When are this CD form according to Chieftaincy Act 759? Other CD forms will be a free Regional House of Chiefs. Aqua National. Yeah, vetted and endorsement, CD forms, ye enye. And this said, Mumbakaya. Jafra CD forms no call national, ya pam ne say. For CD forms and Salimada Bono. Now, ye may have and Sunny or the Abba because CD forms are incomplete. Ye enye. Nanina say, Obabia, ye friendly, Ama Kunadu. Obabia, ye friendly, Ama Kunadu. Na ama kunadu no na oye register ema Bono Regional House of Chief for no oye adwuma Ghana ban as a register. Na ama kunadu no Jafra ne nkrofo ne samasantefo binom ne otumfo ehurahu na ama kunadu ekọ court kwaje nhye bi se ama kunadu amfa ni pem amfa Jafra CD funds no amfiri Bono ama national wakumase ya ne nkwa enhye obi ensam na anuanom ama kunadu so oyaba osoni nkwa enti ama kunadu onu amudi ni pem ana otabiri Justice Ankama ni CD force from Bono ana other call National House of Chief ewo manhia wabra article 759 we say ada di pefe on the second paragraph baby amedi bru asake ho no say the CD forms which declare a chief for registration in the National Register of Chiefs must be vetted and endorsed by the Regional House of Chiefs before they reach the National House. Sade we bia no ankama side process we bia no ankama amma kwane amma yamfa ne ho anyedai am fa side process we enti ni CD forms no call national no stand research committee for tenase ye bogu ye e wo national appeal and standing committee tenase ye bogu ye general committee of the house at tenase ya rejected Sampa ya rejected Jafra CD forms say ya gituma enye ye because 4 year incomplete according to Chieftaincy Act 759 and on Sunny family Bono kwana also mninkam akwada ne Kumase High Court 2 ane de nsama apie ho de sagana fo mu nyina obi ani tua se yene ne court fo binim atimi ye na okopie ngo Kumase High Court 2 no judge a otena adwam eye oba ye fra ne he leadership Justice Angelina Mansa judge a otena asane so no oye oba judge her leadership Justice Angelina Mansa na Samuel Jafra de niema mienu ena ode kodane Kumase High Court 2 court na awo ho no ni odi kan odi mandamus aya oye nhye ana ne otoso mienu restriction na oba na odi ase no ebo restriction ni guye Justice Angelina Mansa obagu ye say ankama de kodane Kumase High Court 2 say yensha Bono Regional House one nana ya samodua kete say kwato ne ma ne mfa ne CD force e national restriction on mandamus eninti oba judge na odi asana ye frene her leadership Justice Angelina Mansa no restrictions no obogu ye e kire say kwato bia ne tumi na onukura na oya High Court judge no oni to me say obetima ka kire ohene bi say ma ya ma ne kwan ma ne mfa ne nkrata emma national enti restrictions no Justice Angelina Mansa eboguye na ne odi ya adwuma mandamus, the issuance of mandamus samoba ya oba judge no emma Bono regional house 21 days ultimatum say yanje Justice Ankama ni CD forms na yaji wi a yanhwehwem nwere yenhu se ade bia ye correct ya yemfamra national. That was the court verdict prepared by her ladyship Justice Angelina Mansa. Na verdict ya oba yene na India mabo tofa edi ama ono asama oba judge ne kan ya Justice Angelina Mansa can say the Bono Regional House of Chief should accept or receive the CD forms of Mr. Emmanuel Ankama. After accepting or receiving the CD forms, the Bono Regional House should go ahead and process the CD form. Processing no ne Oma Ankama odigu ya ono amu ni CD forms so odi ko Bono House. Ye bisa no question anti mani anoma. Ye to no so aba wo Bono House wa or report no. To process document no, it is not done out of blue moon. And after processing the CD forms of Justice Ankama, the Bono Regional House should submit or transmit the CD forms to the National House of Chief in Kumasi. And Tinyama Miensa and the Justice Angelina Mansa, Otena Asane so Kumasi High Court 2 or the 2 drop. Ewo ada Bono NJ Ankama CD forms. Niba jiwia benhwehwem. Hwehwemuni na aye processing no. Sa wonim say wobetin de wo forms akoba bi ama baage. But benya phone hu adwuma nwie no na bia wonsam fata say adwuma no ye fawo. Ma memfa Ghana enye example. Obi te Ghana. Otimi file application at the British Embassy. Ewa Accra. British Embassy ebeji application ay accepting and I said receiving. British Embassy abewa Accra sebeji application we are. They are now going to process the application and then aya enhwehwemu no ebetuma take be about 2 years. Na benye enhwehwemu ni nwie ebi wo ho utiye ya omo say after processing your form no we have issued a visa for you. Obiso actually say after processing your visa application we cannot guarantee to give you a visa. And as far as we see the forms Akwa Regional House of Chief entry say yanje wuntum entry sa enti Sampa Jafra nsama mabon tofa nyina adama mu yi eda di pefe say odi hene e wo Sampa enyeye sa pepe Sampa Jafra di hene wo Sampa enyeye na anuano me da buru IGP me ba ba wie no abrante wo ya odasu ye frani Muhammad na onam Sampa Jafra so na abrante wo yi ahia ni wuo onam Sampa Jafra so na abrante wo ahia ni wuo anya abrante wo nko a eni ntina me be hye me nko ma ase no bunu IGP me kan say ye krom Ghana nko ane wo ya akora you cannot challenge authorities. What you are brand here, you can't challenge authorities. You can't speak to power. You can't talk to power. Ninkani ankamane otumfo bayer wagana nka batra fiase. Enko otumfo na ankama batra afiase dadada. Sampa beto ho. Kumasi ahemfo bese 15 abedi akondwa. Ba kokura ni bone webia otumfo di wasampa ni bi da. Sir, or Sayajima Prampanum, Abesnetrum. Or Poku Warenum, Abesnetrum. Or Sekwa Jo Kuanum, Abedja Quimdawo, Asantimanim, young who will be that, Aquapim, or Tumfowe. Jafredi, Aquandawa Sampa, and ye. Anya this year, Jafra akwaje akwamhene ewa Sampa adase aya ho videos ni pictures ewa ho a ye show dia kire mo enintia ye di nkomoy Sampa manhene na ya asamadua ogusu a odi hene no nanka ohene a ya gazetew ninka Sampa Jafra sanka u gazete ne aya legitimate ami gazete ya nka yedi nkomo nka na ya asamadua nka content beche no enka content ebeche na ya asamadua nka ya bunu fompo no enka ye nka bi ma no me pa chewo nka ya bunu fo nka ye nka bi ma na ya asamadua sanka Sampa Jafra ni gazete na yele gazete no sanka gazete ni aya legit ni gazete ni aya legitimate gazete ya enka babia na ya asamadua wo bia nka police fo akwafa dada but enam say ni gazete no anya legit amakonjezi gazete no and pass through necessary protocols and procedures inti onene ama na ya asamadua tumi and authority a odi hini wa Sampa sa no eninti ama ni tumi a odi hini e wa Sampa sa no gazete ya yefa kuntuna se a gazete Sampa Jafra without the notice and intentions of National House of Chief members sawuko National House wa ahemfu 85 remember ho ohene ba ko a atwen ne ho afirima onko meeting eye nana togwe afede because injustice and corruption ekoso ewo National House of Chief enti ono de onko ho biem ba baka ahemfu 85 na anu mi bo video lecture wono ye gazette Sampa Jafra no National House of Chief ahemfu no do you asali bo how many of them were there oje ahogwo ya jebi on the National House of Chief registrar ye fe tabiri ni mpo no ni aka bosome ba ko a obekọ pension ni aka just 1 month for tabiri the register of National House of Chief to vacate post and go for pension na aka bosome Ghana nyina so yanim say wo ye abayadwuma as a government worker ni aka bosome say wo bekọ ahomudiem wo bekọ pension sa wo de wonya manyina gu ho wo nkwa adwuma biem wotifie na ya hwehwe wonwumam sa wo mfa abana de bi enko fie a aka bosome a the register of National House of Chief tabiri obekọ pension no one oje ahogwo ya jebi omoka bom etire Jafra dini ediko National Register of Chief without the notice and the intention of 84 Parliament Chief wa omuye composition of the National House of Chief enti Sampa Jafra yama Ghana for badun yadwuma ne nuane maborofo enti asese odi hiri wa Sampa enye ye na enye ye chena per evidence on the documents ya mode hia bunu IGP media bramu me pa chaw oje wamu just sit down at your comfort zone ni do the analysis on your own judge say Sampa Jafra odi hiri wa Sampa eyeye anase enye ye me pa chaw yenye ne sa adanwuroma yedi nkomoy nyame boa da foforo Berekum de no me de bebremo na machira mo Berekum ahemfo a efisa Ghana beto ho Berekum ahemfo a babade hini wo Berekum a ba kokura nko sai ewo manhia enti tamba ni Berekum be ye manhia meyi ahemfo nyina dini data and time obia de bedi ade me project ne wo ha ama ye de ato ato ama enchiri ma daache me say me ye vocalist maburo mai me pa chaw me mfa me hutimupo me botaye e ba kope for defensive mechanism niama ne asia hinta ena aburufo de tumi ahyemandum say yem pungu montene na manfo ndi kodu na obia ena adjust ma mente hu kakra ma na memfa mu nsi yai na meboa Berekum issues no ye bedi hu komo enura dadua na omekọ court e wo sunyan na Berekum hima na amya ahene one ni na be ma na Kofi Asante antimi amapiem they couldn't show up and the reason was simple. Their lawyer Obribohen also couldn't show up. It was in High Court. Now reason Obribohen or the man is saying an emergency wakra until year to a Senate 27th of this month. Berekum aseno enora no da dua court to transfer so na na me ahene antimanko ni nua be ma na Kofi Asante antimanko na me ahene lawyer ne akofa na aye Obribohen buru kwantua the traitor and the betrayer Obribohen buru kwantua court transfer so nura e was nwan Obribohen antimama reason or the by ne say anya emergency case bi wakra nti eso kwa akra na mpanifo dey 27th of this month nti ye hwe mra ne nkrabia ana ebetre Obribohen onu amu o hwe docket no documents ni no awu se odi hu agura ani ngwase abeka no yes enti enura Berekum hima na me ya hene adawono ma one ninua be ma na Kofi Asante Kumasi Sumari High Court bantiman ko pienwa beloya ye fe na Obribohen so ntiman ko nti 27th of this month we abonofo just sit down and relax nye be piem biala me issue communicate e dia to abonofo ne Ghana fo a mo adwene ye adwuma me ne beto mu nyina monim ma me kan comments ba ko menu bi aba we aye microphone seni Facebook at the high Kwame Damu Ebenezer at the Tom High no the buy Sister Dana ewo Germany abochimani Frankfurt ayenchia at the good evening India owie at the good work and a Gordon or Ben Boateng who is fighting in Berekum is sitting on a timing bomb. Just wait and see. And no one knows when the bomb will explode. Satama Berekum hima kwafa Kabinda Bandit Al-Qaeda for Boko Haram for Berekum no Ninka Berekum kwante hine so okwafa biba ya Satan ninka ubamu se kuwa Berekum na se kon eni Berekum we are lucky se Berekum kwante hine one ohine ba ko no omo salanda ye na omo for legal process entiminua don't sit at your comfort zone na ankeka nsem a wope mmeda na me ya hene one ninua ekofa nkurofo a omode source ahyehye omo anim ana fa ba ko na kan so ekofa bi ni be krashe ya nga hona obahu se Berekum adwa na se enjo Messi Berekum is sitting on a time bomb and no one knows when the bomb will explode. Nyamebua, Messi wait for me. May the better history of Berekum ebebramo. Ahim for baja de Berekum. Na fe munchire me ne okwo swai wo. Kuma se hine ahim fie ewo manhia. Time na Berekum badane. Asante 2002 ana 2005. Me pa chaw ye de adanse ne yadwuma. Timisro obahaya memegu unwani mase na wanhua India mekwi wachi wa voice so Sister Dine Toe other thank you Facebook who is fighting where Minua Gordon or Ben Boateng Dan Toe Facebook wa had a good job Anna so today you are saying Sampa is on the Suma so Sampa is no more Parliament chief Master, the topic you are trying to discuss is bigger than you. So, stop the fooling. Also, or the town by Oya Santini, Nyansan in the team, if you say. Asantini, when the argument fought flat, na onya, as a baby anka, or the attorney baba, when you yana Sampa 40 by 1 free Sumayin Crassi. Muna Sampa 40 by 1 free Sumayin Crassino. And to quasi between Sampa and Suma. Sumayin Crawford Broku Road. Asante fo abedi dwa. Bedi niema free Kumase ekwa Sampa nyina. Sadamati ban kwa Sampa. Omu nyina ka Suma. Tachimanfo Sunyan. Omu nyina ka Suma bantiman crosso. Sampa nation suma hina se. Enti se obi betime abo Sampa mahina. O suma mahine. Ne Kumasi mahine otumfo. He has no right and constitutional mandate to create a parliamentary outside his jurisdiction. Only India man share anya tem didio. Me ba ya no me ni atem. Kumasi mahine to me be ani owa onu timbo Sampa mahine. Otumfo to me no our fine fan. When all this to me man no Ghana ho. Otumfo to me ni odibo Sampa mahine no our hefa mo ma kire mu. When the man Kumasi mahine say to me no. Say otinsi Sampa wo. Otinsi hine wo Sampa. So di ma make kan kire wo. Don't let me go far. Metima yi letter here. Asante Confederation. Gaben, Kokofu, Egeso, and those enclave no. Omuchi a letter. Edi koma Kumasi hine say, eye kuona ye be join ye. Yes asenya wo dia. Ahini yesia enya wo dia. Metima display letter in the channel. Asante region hokra na. Otumfo ye Kumasi mahine. Na Asante fo atikuo. Ne omodina ye chairman of that association no. Otumfo ntimi impose hine bi ama Asante kuro bia so da. Ni to me no. He cannot do that. If so woni man in India me break it ama wa ha. Asante region wana Otumfo owana oya parliament chief of Kumasi no. Ontimi free Kumasi enkosi mahine ema Asante kuro bia. Ade se bia kuro ngofo no. Omuyi omuani se yemfi. Ni to me no. So media when you meet India man me pachaw, you need to have a retentive memory. So what is saturated mandate ever you always exhibit and displaying low level of intelligence on the media, and you will become a laughing stock. You will become a laughing stock. Kwa India na share no. Anya nipa hunu bi keke. Ana wonye me ashia no. Ye the evidence na dance ne yadwuma. Me pachaw Adamroma. Adamroma, I'm telling you. Yengusuna yenko, me koma midi, me ni obi atem. Adenti ya oba ha, webedi matem. If you say oya santini, when the argument falls flat, then you resort to insult. By India so dear, mini watem. Man say adanse hu ode chentro. Now this is the kind of education ya. Mekwa so ne maye. Ni ma church da burun semu. Amana ton krana beba ni team ne da achi sa mistake we yenso yankoye bi meme yebunu ni ba hi bro long time where Charles James ewa YouTube odi aba owie ye tachi Isaac ne dey a good job brava and the Facebook odi agunsa comments and do so me pa cho ma bre mintimi kan nyina nti man kan odi a bunu agibi fa chame the paramount chief in Sampa is nana ya samodua Nord Jafra where prince Ewa YouTube, Abdul Razak, Abubakari. Good job. God bless you. More fire. No, the free Facebook. Micro Fuseni, on the Jankwana, Obatuye. Had a good job. India TV. Me pa chow. A haina, yadimu ABC. Na yadimu CD. Na, yako.
For the Sadamana Bofra Damoa, Oyinimu, Sansoni at the Paneton, Nenya Anosonsoma, Mansin Trading Company Limited, Acquire Quantity Dinsina, Oswe Abrafo, Regana for UK, Atagi wanted any, by a door to door shipping service. So will UK now pursue worship Nama and the Bagana, when Mansin Company Limited, and you can come away. Now, my boy, I'm a one yama Abitrugana, Jim, maybe pursue the Kupia Bebwa and the Aquamo, Wabra Cry, Yama won't teach ma. I feel so, UK, now to a free baby or 1% Fawa, also Frebe, say electronics. Kitchen appliances, household items, toys and more. By a man with the van, never be a person who fell free by the Edoco Fubiano. Contacting Mansin Trading Company Limited. Nabema Fawanyama and Common was from Jim. Now, same day, whom Granny say, so worship Wanyama free UK Edia Bagana. No measurement, no weighing. You won't fit the form, say a Bosmako Trenant here. Contact the 074 658 97088 074 658 97088. And I say 07588 812 750 07588 812 750. And now you may be Mansin Trading 24@gmail.com. Mansin Trading Company Limited. And I've got my young one here. So what's it be? What's it be? Bono. for the Sadamana Bofra Damwa, Oyinimu, Sansoni at the Paneton, Nenya Anosonsoma, Mansin Trading Company Limited, Aqua Quantini Dinsina, Oswe Abrafo, Radio Ghana for Ho Yuki, Atage wanted then, by a door to door shipping service. So wo Yuki, now Pesa worship Nema and the Bagana, when you Mansin Company Limited, and you can come away. Now, I'm